So recapping the 2020 season, 10 games decided by a score, 5 losses by 8 or less points. And if you convert those 5 losses to wins, we're 11-5. The same record that Ben McAdoo had in his first year in 2016. And then he lost the clubhouse in 17. Dan Reeves went 11-5 his first year with the Giants in 93. And then it got worse every year after that. On the flip side of things, you had 5 wins by 5 or fewer points. So we very easily could have done what the Vegas odd makers said we would do and go 1-15. Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys went 1-15 in 1989. Not sure if you've heard. They had Aikman and Irvin that year, no Emmitt Smith. But in 90, Emmitt Smith joined the team and he went to the Pro Bowl. They still went 7-9. And then 92, the following year, they went 11-5, second in place with a wild card berth. They were top 10 in offense with Aikman, Emmitt, and Irvin, all Pro Bowlers, along with Jay Novacek. So why do I bring that up? I think I've mentioned this before, but it starts to feel like we're going to be in that range next year. It feels like we're going to threaten that and become that kind of team in 2021. As I mentioned, Evan Engram getting named to the 2021 Pro Bowl team. I don't know why. James Bradberry got selected to the Pro Bowl team. I think Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers, Leonard Williams, and Blake Martinez all should probably get the nod, but they won't. So what the fuck? But still, Evan Engram doesn't deserve that. He just doesn't. And I guess there was a vote by his peers, by coaches and players, but I don't know, maybe to make him feel better, because it's just like, you're killing us, dude. You're killing us. Clem from Barstool posted a video of, all the lowlights from this season for Evan Engram, which is like the drops and the plays that led to interceptions and turnovers. And it's just like, oof. I mean, Jones had 9 interceptions, 10 interceptions this year. I think half of those were from throwing to Evan Engram. This was the first time since 2004 when Eli Manning was a rookie that the Giants didn't have a single 300-yard passing game in the regular season. And that's, when we talk about the regression of Daniel Jones and how Jason Garrett might be the cause of that, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at there. He had multiple 300-yard passing games as a rookie in 2019 with Shermer. So why not in 2020? What are we not seeing with like what should be a better offensive line? And, understandably, he didn't have Saquon, but it's like PFF tweeted this out. Daniel Jones is one of the only 2 quarterbacks this season to be sacked more than 10 times within 2.5 seconds. And so we get on Jason Garrett's case and we say, like, why don't you throw the ball deeper? Daniel Jones is successful when he throws the ball deep. That's partially why. It's because you need more than 2.5 seconds to throw the ball deep most times. And when he has that amount of time, he doesn't have that amount of time, because he's getting sacked. So that's probably why he's not calling those deep passes, because he actually high risk, high reward, but more times than not, you're not even getting the chance to get the ball out there. Justin Pennick tweeted that Colt McCoy averaged 10 air yards per attempt against the Browns. Daniel Jones has only 2 games above 9 air yards attempts this year, Cincinnati and Arizona. We question who is the one heading the conservative play calling, Jason Garrett or Joe Judge. It looks like it's been Garrett. And Garrett opened it up a little bit more against the Cowboys, which was good to see, but I still think, I don't know, I cannot see him coming back in 2021. They have to have a serious sit-down talk. Yeah, I mean, Giants could have been 9-7. Realistically, they could have been 9-7. The Dallas game slipped away from us. We had that. We were up big early, and then we came back, and it was like our defense just could not get it together. And we had 2 touchdowns called back by penalties. The Philly game, I mean, that bit an Engram drop. If he catches that, the game's over. And then the Tampa game, I mean, the 2-point conversion, it was obvious pass interference. We would have got the ball on like the 1 and probably would have converted, going overtime. Then we have a chance to win there. So realistically, you could have been 8-8, 9-7. That gets us in the playoffs. Had the final series gone different in the Bears and Rams games, we're looking at 11-5. What if we had a fully healthy Daniel Jones for Arizona and Cleveland, dude? Those games probably turn out differently. And even though the final score against Cleveland was 20-6, we're in the red zone. I mean, we had 2. If Judge, I completely disagreed with Judge on, but I really respect the fuck out of him saying that he's going to play aggressively. I like that, but at the same time, it's like put points on the board. Field goals are not going to win it. Against a Cleveland team where they run the ball, we run the ball. It's 2 hard-nosed defenses. It's not going to be a shootout like it was the previous week against Baltimore. That was kind of just an anomaly. I think you just kick the field goals, because then you look we would have been down 20-12. And I don't think that you should kick the onside. You shouldn't do an onside kick with like 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. So you kick it deep. You have your defense stand tall. Obviously we were missing James Bradberry, and that killed us. But I don't know, 2012. And if McCoy was a little more accurate on his throw to Engram and maybe Tate, I think it was, he missed 2 surefire touchdowns. So it looks like we got blown out and we got steamrolled, but at the same time, that's a winnable game. And then Arizona, I mean, that was just like Daniel Jones should not have been playing, and we just had a horrible game plan. So it's different. It's a different 6-10. But goddamn, it's like one game. If we just won, it would have been different. I truly believe we would have beat Tampa. All indications are that Gettleman will be back in the Giants GM. Will be back as Giants GM, which I don't hate. I think you give him one more draft, you give him one more free agency period, and given that most of your core that you care about should be back if you do the right thing with Leonard Williams, and then are able to keep guys like Tomlinson and Gallman. You're going to get Saquon back. Hopefully you draft a top receiver, stud pass rusher, maybe get a new offensive coordinator. And then if you miss the playoffs in 21, I mean, he's obviously gone. But I think 2021 is the year. And then if you need any reminder that Joe Judge is the guy, I mean, his like speech or his reaction to the Eagles tanking was like, I mean, can we not just play one more week? Can we not just say, because it was just like, I don't know if he wrote this down and prepared this and rehearsed this, but it was just like, that was some epic shit. But basically saying we will never disrespect the game. And just like, it was impassioned without being like a rant or crazy. It was just measured and strong-willed. And it was just like, this guy is going to be our coach forever. I cannot see him not being our coach. He's going to coach our team for the next 20 goddamn years. And the Eagles, I mean, like, go fuck yourselves. I hope that this really is the straw that breaks the camel's back and like it tears the Eagles apart. I really do. Cause like, it's just garbage what they did. I'm completely fine with you, like not starting Jalen Hurts and starting Sudfeld from the start and being like, I don't want Hurts to get hurt, but like, why are you playing Hurts? You start him and then you pull him when you're down by 3. What? You weren't getting blown out. And then to give like a bullshit excuse, just like so Doug Peterson. That guy sucks. I'm pissed off, Angelo. Patrick Graham signed an extension, which is phenomenal. So happy. I don't know the exact details of the extension, but that's huge because I know that we were very concerned that he was going to leave us hanging in the wind to be a head coach somewhere. And then he was going to interview with the Jets, or he did interview with the Jets, and he was like, you know what? I think I like the Giants. So that was good to hear. Because the team loves him. His players love him. Blake Martinez, stage 5 clinger. Logan Ryan has nothing but high praise, and it's just they got a good core. It's good. Like you hear Logan Ryan talk, you see what he brings to the table. You hear what everyone says about him. You see what they say about James Bradberry. You see what they say about Tate Crowder, Blake Martinez. I mean, just the defense feels like it's right there. It's on the edge. It just needs 1 or 2 guys, maybe just 1 guy. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it's like, you got to figure some stuff out.